Hi guys, and welcome to another one of my Q&A videos. If you missed last month's Q&A video, then be sure to check it out. It'll be in the info card, so click on it and check it out. So you sent me your questions on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter using the hashtag AskTD, so I'm going to start answering some of the questions. Let's start with Twitter. Okay, so the first question is from Elizabeth UN, or ElizUN17 is the username, saying, what will you do when you are frustrated? Or what? Well, usually when I'm frustrated, I like to go and do some kind of cardio. I feel like cardio gets like all the kind of stress that you ever want out of your body. So either go spinning, or I go on the Stairmaster, or I go running, or just something to be able to, you know, get rid of some tension. So we got a question from Ellie, or Catchfire Swift, saying, book tour dates please. Well, I haven't even thought about book tour dates yet, but there will be some kind of book signing in the new year, so make sure you check it out. And if you want to pre-order my book, the link will be in the description. The next one is from @TellOurStory, saying, what sport would you like to try out, or do you think you'd be good at? Well, actually, I've really wanted to try out bobsleigh or skeleton or luge, all those kind of adrenaline sports at the Winter Olympics, because I think they look so cool, and it takes, you know, a certain kind of crazy person to do those sports, and I think that I'm that kind of crazy. The next one is from @GRXYJoy, saying, if you could go back in time and say something to your old self, what would it be? Now that's a pretty good question. The one thing that I would say is that if I went back to when I first started diving, I would always say to myself, pay attention to every single little detail. There's no detail too small, because if you can correct the details like at the early age, then you don't even have to think about them when you get older. Next question is from @Ganzi3rd, saying, how did you feel when you won that pink gorilla? Well, if none of you actually know about what the pink gorilla is, well, it'll be an info card taking you to the video of the pink gorilla, where Lance and I went to Dave & Buster's and we went on all these arcade games. We won enough tokens to get the biggest pink gorilla in the checkout store, where you go and take all your tokens and you can get stuff with them. It's still actually in the room. Let me get it actually. Here's the pink gorilla! Pink gorilla's still here! How are you? I mean, the pink gorilla does seem quite angry, right? It's okay. So this is the pink gorilla. I was over the moon when we won him because, I mean, look. Isn't it great? It's great. The next question is from @TVCommsTony, or Tony J, saying, any calendar this year? Well, no, I am not going to be releasing a calendar for 2017 because I've been really working hard on the Tom Daley plan, which is a new book that I've got coming out, which is involving loads of different recipes and workout routines and mindfulness techniques to be able to, you know, help you just live a healthy lifestyle. So I've been working on that quite a lot, testing recipes and, you know, trying out all the workouts. So yeah, be sure to check that out. It actually is released on December 29th. The next question is from TellOurStory, saying, when do you start training for 2020? And I've kind of already started training. I'm training at the moment 4 days a week, just in the gym, no pool training at the moment, because I've got to get my strength back and ease into it slowly, because next year might be a relatively light year, and we've got the World Championships and World Series, but we're going to see how it goes, but I should be back in the pool within the next few weeks. The next question is from Lubo, or Louis Star Wolves, saying, would you like to visit Italy one day? Well, actually, I've been to Italy before. I was there in 2009 for the World Championships, and I was also there in 2010 for a training camp. So I've been to Italy a couple of times and I absolutely love it. And funnily enough, I'm going to be going to Milan in mid-November, so I'll be able to see the first Tom Daley plan come off the conveyor belt, so I'm pretty excited about that. The next one is from Ganzi3rd, or Willen Van Thorn, saying, are you a dog or cat person? Well, that's a very good question. I'm kind of both. I have 2 cats that are living at home with my mum in Plymouth, but I do like dogs as well, so I'm a both person. I don't know if you can be a both person, but yeah, I'm gonna have to sit on the fence on that one. The next one is from Secretly Snow Q, saying, what's your Hogwarts house? I mean, I'd like to think my Hogwarts house was Gryffindor, but, you know, everyone has a bit of Slytherin in them, right? The next one is from Sunshine Bieber XR_, or Charlotte, for short, I guess, saying, when are you next in Plymouth? And I don't know exactly when I'm going to be next in Plymouth, but I do plan on going before Christmas because I'm going to go see my family and everyone down there too, and hopefully I'll be able to bring Lance as well. Another question is from Angela Fimiano, or @PatosAngel32, saying, what's the first thing you do when you get home from a training session? And usually the first thing I do when I get home from a training session is either eat or sleep, because every training session is so intense and so hard that by the end of the day, all you want to do is eat or sleep, or just sit and watch some like TV or Netflix or something like that. But usually not all that much. Next one is from SpellaXO, saying, favourite animal? Well, I don't know if many of you know, but obviously my favourite animal is definitely a monkey. I've always been obsessed with monkeys from such a young age, and I've got a lucky monkey that I bring everywhere with me, so yeah, I would definitely say monkeys are my favourite animal. Next one is from MacArthur1991, or Andrew, saying, how was the meeting with the Queen? Is she as nice as she seems in person? The Queen is so sweet. She's so little and she speaks really quietly, but she was actually saying to me and Dan and Niall, who was there, so I was there with diver and a gymnast, and saying how, divers and gymnasts are actually pretty compact little athletes, and I said to the Queen, you'd actually be pretty good as a diver or a gymnast, and she was like, okay, yeah, maybe I should give it a go. I mean, can you imagine the Queen having a go at gymnastics or diving? Gold. So now we're on to the Instagram questions. So the first one is from Bethan Martin, saying, has Lance ever tried to dive? And yes, he has tried to dive. He only managed to go off of the 5-metre board though, and he did scream the whole way down. Although he did have nice pointed toes. The next one is from Medializios, with lots of punctuation in between each letter, so that's kind of hard to read. Anyway, saying, what was your favourite school subject? And I had a few school subjects that were my favourite. All the ones that I did for A-level were my favourite, so maths, Spanish and photography. I kind of enjoyed the mix of them, learning Spanish and also being able to solve problems with maths and then be creative with photography. I thought it was, a good mix. Next one is from Gracie_Williams_33, saying, favourite trip with Lance? I've definitely got to say my favourite trip that I went on with Lance was when we drove from LA all the way up to San Francisco on the one, I think it's called, the one that goes all the way along the coast, and we stopped in Carmel, Monterey, Santa Barbara, all these different places going up to San Francisco and spent a weekend there. It was so awesome and so beautiful. Next one is from Jack Golet, saying, can you name 5 things that are on your bucket list? Oh, that's a tough one. 5 things on a bucket list. I've always wanted to go to St. Lucia because I did a school project on them when I was younger. I've always wanted to go to the Maldives. That's another place I'd always want to go. These are all being places. I should do more things. I've always wanted to climb the steps of the Empire State Building without going in the lift. I think that'd be really cool to go up a really tall building without using the lift. Number 4, I'd probably like to go to an ice cream factory and watch ice cream being made and then just eat it all day. That'd be pretty cool. And lastly, I'd like to have a really cute little family that can be relatively normal. The next one is from J_Harrison, saying, what age will you stop diving? You don't necessarily have that much of a choice. It's kind of down to when your body will let you, or how much longer my body will let me carry on for, because I have lots of aches and pains and all that kind of stuff, so I'm getting old. So it's getting to a point where I just have to make sure that I stay on top of all of my prehab, rehab, all my exercises to keep me fit and healthy, making sure I rest in between training sessions and all that kind of stuff. So 2020 is definitely on the cards, and then who knows beyond that, because it's all going to depend on if I'm, still able to dive and move around freely, The next one is from Fallout Will, saying, how do you find the motivation to have a serious workout? Now for me, motivation to have a serious workout is pretty easy, because it makes me feel so good when I finish a workout, and you have so much more energy and you feel so much better about yourself. So for me, going to the gym is something that I really enjoy, and going diving is something that I really enjoy, and I guess that's something that is built into you or not, but if you have set yourself an end goal or something that you want to really get motivated towards, I think that's what helps, is if you have something that you can see that you're working towards, going to the gym becomes easy. So this next one is from Claire Beer Geraz, saying, what's your go-to meal to cook for guests? Well, actually, one of my favourite meals to cook for guests, and one of the easiest things to cook for guests because you can have, you know, so many people around, is fajitas. It's something that's really easy, everybody likes it, and I have like one of my favourite recipes, and it's actually going to be in my book, so you should go and make sure you try that one for a group of people because, you know, everyone will love them. The next one is from Xander Foxworth saying, will you do another Tom Daley Goes Global? Spelt my name wrong. That was so nice to watch and would love to see you have more adventures around the world. If you come to Amsterdam, please don't hesitate to say hello. Hello, Xander. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to go travelling again. Travelling was one of the most amazing experiences, and to do it with my best friend Sophie, we had so much fun. We went to so many different places. It was all over so quickly. Within 6 weeks, we had gone to Thailand, Japan, New Zealand, Australia, Spain, France, Switzerland, and Morocco. So it was pretty intense, but it was like the best 6 weeks of my life. The next one is from Eric Packett saying, how do you manage your work life versus personal life balance with the significant hours required for training? It is tough. I mean, I train for 6 hours a day, 6 days a week. I leave the house at about 7:45. I get back around 5:30. And then it's basically I cook dinner and go to bed. So quite often I have lots of my friends around and I cook for them because it's something that I really enjoy doing, and it's a good way to be able to see everyone and speak to everyone at the same time. And, you know, Lance likes it when I cook for him too. So mainly I just have really supportive friends that are always willing to come and see me. The next one is from Jacob Rukavina saying, what do you miss the most, if anything, about Plymouth? There's lots of things that I miss about Plymouth. I mean, my family and my friends down there is definitely one of the biggest things that I miss about Plymouth, but I also miss the outdoors lifestyle, that you can go up onto the moors, or you can go to the beach, or you can, you know, everything's really easy to get to. Like in London, it takes a while to get to anywhere, so it's really easy just to be able to jump in the car and you're only ever like 15 minutes max away from anywhere that you need to go. Next one is from Christopher Jeffries saying, what's your favourite musical? Well, I'm relatively new to musicals because I only moved to London a couple of years ago, and that's when I saw like my first proper musical, and I've got to say the funniest one and the one that I've enjoyed most so far has been The Book of Mormon. It's absolutely hilarious. So if you ever get the chance to go and see it. But I'm going to be in New York in a couple of weeks' time, so hopefully I'll be able to go and see another show there. The next one is from Amir Darlington 11 saying, what is your favourite thing about being a swimmer? Really? No, I'm not a swimmer. I can't swim. I literally dive into the water and then I swim to the edge. Okay, so I'm gonna like refer you to my Twitter bio right now and what it says. I don't know what it's like to be a swimmer. Never really trained as a swimmer. All I do is dive into the water, and the only swimming I do is swimming to the edge of the pool. So I don't have a favourite thing about being a swimmer. Thanks for watching, guys, and thank you for all of your questions. I hope I got to answer a few of them, but in a month's time I'm going to be doing another Q&A video, so watch out for that. But for now, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos.